Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast episode 500. This is a big one. And 99. The last of the 500s. The penultimate episode, if you will. To episode 600. Right? That's how it works.
We're retired?
Just, prior to the 600 episodes. So, I clarified. But sorry, it's been a long week. I'm really tired. So sorry if I actually look tired. I think I do look tired. I apologize. But yeah, so we're live on Twitch. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinstein will be joining us shortly, and Tony Kokonakis. Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners. Like I said, on Twitch, streaming live Tuesday nights starting at 8 o'clock. We've been doing this for a long time, folks, so please join us on these. We'd love to hear from you guys, get some questions. We have a free-form podcast if you're just discovering us. We do like to follow a sort of an outline, but we can get sidetracked quite easily. We'd love to go in a little tangent sometimes too long, and we try to rein it back in. But always check us out, live streaming. Follow us the next day on YouTube. This is $5.99. We're going to be doing 600. We're going to be doing streaming games, Twitch on Saturday, June 18th, starting at 12 o'clock in the morning. In the afternoon, jeez, I hope it's not 12 a.m. And we'll be streaming a lot of different games. We're going to be playing a bunch of stuff, some Switch stuff mixed into some PS5 stuff. And there is a shot, and we don't know this is 100% yet, right? We don't know if it's confirmed that Turtles is coming out that week.
Oh, no, it is.
Okay, it is 100%.
It's coming out in like a couple days.
Good. 16th, right?
Yeah.
So I had it right. I just didn't know that was confirmed. So, all right. So yes, that is happening. So we will be streaming that game. I promise you all. So check that out. We can all play the Turtles game and fight over who we want to play as, right? So
maybe. I like Michelangelo. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I usually like to take Leo because nobody likes to. But anyways, all right, guys. Let's start the podcast. $5.99. What we've been up to. Two things really for me of note. Watching two shows. One of them was, I would say, pretty good. The second one took me a while to watch, and I didn't think it was as bad as people were talking about, but that would be Obi-Wan. The Obi-Wan series. Tony's hate watching that series now. He's come this far. Yeah. I don't think the episode was god awful bad, but I definitely was happy I didn't take the day to watch it. It came out. I watched it over the weekend, and I'm like, I feel good that I didn't watch this the day of and have to wait an entire week to cleanse the palate from that. It just was very mediocre and predictable. So yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a emergency going on, but I guess I saw this too. Actually, today I waited to see it while eating. It's okay. I mean, this one had a little more action than the other ones, but I feel like we're still in the premise. Like the premise keeps going, and we're almost done with the series. Like nothing new has happened here, except now he seems a slight spoiler again. He's like learning his Force stuff again, but there was no like payoff. No, like I thought he would hear from Qui-Gon maybe before he got like real adept with using the Force again, but no, it just kind of happened here. No one cares. It's just here it is.
I think that he wasn't really getting that. I mean, he wasn't what he was doing in the movies, but they never established that he couldn't do it. Like they kind of made us guess.
They kind of did.
No, we just have to kind of guess he's not really using the Force.
He said he's not who he used to be. He couldn't until like one stressful thing at the end of the last episode, and then he's using a blaster all the way up until now, where he's like suddenly a Jedi again for no explain.
Maybe he just believed so hard that he wasn't one that he turned into not a Jedi.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, okay, you convinced me after I just talked. I don't think he said anything new, really. He just talked a little. He's like, so yes, you have my help.
I've been disappointed and have not watched anymore. So
Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's definitely been a lot um slower moving for a 6 episode show than I expected. They're really trying to lollygag their way to an actual story. Maybe they just didn't have a good script for this, so we're gonna get only a story in 5 and 6.
oh, maybe that was the problem. They're trying to like extend it out to these
Oh,
like
that could be.
6 episodes where they didn't really have it.
And it's really only 3, you know?
It's the same premise. It's just one premise that's gone on from the beginning, pretty much. Like you could still describe what
Mm.
happens in this episode, pretty much what happens like halfway through the first episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's the same stuff over and over again. So definitely disappointing so far. Miss Marvel, I thought
Yeah,
it was good.
oh, it was good.
I thought it was
Not
fun.
much of it.
Like I heard some like mediocre stuff on the socials, but I thought it was fun. Like I don't know why, but I actually really enjoy her family. Like it just yeah, like
I mean, that's the
I mean
idea.
yeah, what ethnicity is she from again? Like Miss Marvel is that um
She's like Middle Eastern, I believe, of
I
some
don't know, at
sort.
least I'm just trying to think of where exactly. It just reminded me. It's so funny because I grew up actually a lot in a Filipino house, and it just I just laugh because I'm like I heard her mom talking, and I'm just like, man, that just sounds so much like my friend's mom. Like it's just this like it reminded me of my childhood. I'm like, wow, it's unbelievable how that just compares. But a lot of it is more of a matriarchy style, you know, in other parts of this world. And so it's like the mom really does, and not that she doesn't run the house here. I mean, obviously, women are, you know, they definitely do, but it's like you know, they contribute obviously, but it's like that style was just so hilarious because it just reminded me of my childhood essentially. So I really love this first episode a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Mm.
I really like her fandom nerdy character. Like again, relating to congoers. You know, I mean, I really related to the character and I thought it was great. Related to a character, I'm like I'm you know, a white guy, older man, and I'm just like, I understand this character so well. It's great. I love it. So it's amazing that the writing is so good with that, and I love that. That's so good about this show so far. We haven't seen more of it, but you know, yeah, we have that aspect of it, but yes, you're doing this right now. Yeah, yeah, usually, yeah, um, yeah, and I'm not tomorrow, right? Hers comes at Wednesday, or is it Thursday or Friday? I don't remember. I know
Pretty
Obi
sure
Wan's
it's
tomorrow.
Wednesdays. I mean, it came out
Okay.
Wednesday last week, so don't
Okay.
see why they
I
would
know
change it.
Obi-Wan's Wednesday, but I didn't know if they like spaced the shows differently for that reason. But okay, so I'll watch that again tomorrow, and maybe I'll watch Obi-Wan again. I don't know. The 5 and 6 episode, I'm hoping they're good, but Yeah, I really enjoyed the character. There's people who are up in arms about how she gets her powers and stuff like that, but I have a feeling it's going to be closer than you expect by the time we get more of her story.
I mean, they were trying to bring her more in line with where the MCU is, and because there's no real, Terrigen Mist in the MCU, so that was the Agents of Shield thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what this does in that universe. But it was a lot
No,
of fun.
I liked it. I thought that the art direction was really well done. I liked how the yeah,
Yeah,
the
that was
just
cool too. Yeah.
the YouTube part of it that she has, her little YouTube channel that she does. It was really neat. And then just like when they're talking about costumes and Captain Marvel costumes, and it's like painted on the walls as she's riding the bike. That was really really cool. So I thought that was a unique like look to it. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think that is kind of like for me, like I'm waiting to see where it goes, but I did not necessarily like the just, oh, you're gonna put like an arm bracelet on and then you have powers. Like it felt like it took away something from the character, but again, it could just be something that they're gonna unravel as the story goes. But it doesn't seem like, oh, could anybody just do this? Like
No, I don't think so.
Green Lantern.
I don't think so. I believe they're special for either her history lineage or
Right. Well, it
something they
seems
can
very
bring.
highly tied to the family with the mom specifically. Like, don't touch that and like all
Yeah.
that stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
So we'll see. All right. That's pretty much of note for me. That's it. Tony, anything for you? Corey?
I watched Top Gun over the
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
The Maverick, obviously.
Of
Top
course.
Gun seen before a while ago, but the sequel, and I have to agree with Tony with everything said and the reviews and everybody's nailing it. And it's crazy. It's like I went over the weekend, the weekend that lost, or whatever it's called, Jurassic World Dominion or whatever it is, that came out, and theater was packed, like absolutely packed. And Top Gun was sold out on like at like a 1 o'clock show, and on a Sunday, which I would expect to be Jurassic Park time.
Yeah, which we'll get into. But
But yeah, no, I mean it was sold out, so it was very very cool to see the success that it's having because it is a great film. And like Tony's touched on, there's a lot of moments that tug at the heartstrings, I should say. And there's funny moments and stuff. And Tom Cruise did a great job of recreating the character. But I did like all of the new characters that they brought in. I think they did a great job of you know having parallels to the first film, but making this stand on its own and having a character and characters, I should say, because there are multiples that are here represented and seeing their journeys to get to where they are and how they are uh, the way they are, and it all fits, it all works well, and so it was neat to see. And I like that they focused on really just one aspect of the previous film, besides obviously Tom Cruise, and that was you know Miles Teller's character being the son of his former mate Goose. So I thought that was really well done, and yeah, I liked it. Had a good moments, feel good moments. Had all the highs and lows that you would want in one of these types of movies, and some really cool cockpit film views, and the fighter pilot scenes were just amazing. They're awesome.
yeah. Cool.
No, no, unfortunately, Jurassic Park took that.
Yeah.
I was like, ah, shoot, I waited one weekend too late. you know,
Hey, Mike, anything?
So aside from Obi-Wan, I did finally get to see Sonic 2 on Paramount Plus.
ooh,
So the movie is really stupid
I
and
love them.
cheesy, but it was still fun as a Sonic fan. It had lots of you know, Easter eggs in it for, the video games in the past, and it was fun, but it was pretty cheesy. Maybe more so than even the first one. There's a couple things where like Cyclops and friends. What's the guy's name? Whatever. We'll just call the human characters Cyclops and friends in this. Cyclops and friends are looking at what's going on. They're like, "Go, Sonic, you got it!" Like literally, that was their line. I'm like, why does this have to be there? That's so it's so lame. But otherwise, it was still fun. Jim Carrey was still good. As now the now bald Dr. Robotnik / Eggman, and it was fun.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but like at the same time, I think it fits the movie. Like that's what the human character there for, to prop up the star of the film.
I understand that, but you don't need to like who,
It's a kids' film
I don't
too.
know.
Like
I understand that, but like you could tell like it was just awkward. Like why do they need to like be there? Like I don't know. It just seems like movies shouldn't do that anymore. It's lame. But it was fun, and biggest thing obviously was Knuckles in there. I do think Idris Elba's voice is kind of still weird, but I also think
I thought it was
um,
amazing.
the character was pretty fun because he's
Yeah.
basically Drax from Guardians
Yeah.
of the Galaxy.
Yes.
He's
yes.
like this like warrior who's really stupid and says funny things because he's stupid.
Yeah. Like he's just
so-
obtuse.
he's not
stupid.
stupid.
He's
He's
obtuse.
just
Oh,
ignorant
he's
of
pretty dumb.
common sense type stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Sure.
stupid. He's just not street smart.
But no, it was fun, and obviously they set up some for a third one. And I don't like that they're like decided that I didn't need him to say dad at the end. That kind of bothered me. I'm like, that's weird. I don't like that. But otherwise, it's fine.
It's a big thing on family, I guess, is where this
They're
movie.
I know.
establishing the father figure in this whole movie. That's what they were
What's that?
trying to do. They're trying to establish him as the father figure in this whole movie.
He wasn't there most of the movie. He was on vacation because he didn't need to be the father to this kid whose age seems inconsistent depending on who he's talking to. As far as Sonic goes, but whatever,
All
it's
right.
fine.
Okay, let's move into the box office. As we mentioned before, Top Gun, great weekend. And then I guess an okay weekend, but we expect it to be a bad follow-up is Jurassic Park Dominion.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. Sorry, Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, sorry. Did 100 and what was the adjusted? I didn't even see the adjusted. I just knew I lost my
Really, right?
145.
Oh my God, the spirit of your bet was pretty
Okay.
much right, but not quite.
Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, if this was Price is Right rules, you'd be fine, Jim. I
I'd be
think you'd be.
Top Gun did $51 million, 50, almost 52, which is incredible.
Did it do better than it did last week?
No, it did 100 million last week, didn't it?
Oh, it's a 50 million drop. That's what it
Yeah.
was. I was thinking.
It was a
wait,
it
what
was
did-
fantastic hold, a second fantastic hold for it. Jurassic World it's like 400 million worldwide. I don't think it makes $1 billion either. I think it goes to like 800. That's where I'm guessing at this point. But I expect a huge drop next week. So this movie did not get.
Mhm.
Everybody, there's people that talk about leaving.
I mean, it's not for us anymore. It's for the kids, and so
I don't know. You say that about everything. I don't think so because they brought back the old cast. That's the big drawing point of this. Seeing the old cast do this new nonsense Jurassic Park world. That's the draw.
Bryn tweeted that she loved it. I wrote my
Who?
little doubt thing on there.
Who
So-
tweeted this?
Bryn said she loved it.
Listen, I'm sure there's lots of people who want to see the old cast interact with this new nonsense, and that's the draw.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, the last movie was dog shit, also. So I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
surprised by this one.
So, I mean, Transformers, same idea. It's giant creatures basically battling. Everyone wants to see that usually. So it's got the Transformers effect. The
Remember what we hated about Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, whatever it was called?
yeah.
That's
What
like
did we
this
hate about
entire film. Like, remember what we hated? Is when they brought the
Yeah.
T-Rex back to San Diego. It's like, why are we doing like
The
that's
end
what
of
this
that
movie
was
is.
so bad. Yes. Yeah. That because of that ruined that movie in my opinion. Yeah. So, yeah,
That
I don't know.
I mean, that was like a King Kong sort of riff back then. Like,
I
I
knew what
don't
it
know.
was, but we hated it. Part of the movie, so I remember
I
that. I
mean,
remember watching that in theaters.
sure. I feel like in retrospect, that movie might feel better now after these newer ones.
We might. I like Jurassic
Although,
World, the original Jurassic World, the first.
see, I'm like, I remember being like, when I saw that, and then I didn't need to see the next one, and I'm glad that Corey said it was garbage. So I'm like, all right, I'm
He's
done
my
with it.
it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be not a reboot, but I thought it was gonna be kind of a soft reboot for it. That's what I thought it was going
Well,
to
it
do.
was. I mean, like they bringing back Jurassic Park, and then now it's Jurassic World, and it became popular. Just
Oh,
redoing the movie.
oh,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know,
I don't
but
know.
yeah,
You guys,
whatever. I don't really care anymore about what happens to it.
get your Thor tickets?
No, I doubt I'm gonna see that in the theaters.
Really? I got mine for Sunday of that weekend, so I'll be seeing it.
I got mine for Thursday. That's usually the only
It's
time I can go. So
Sundays are
too
usually
hard to
easier
go
for
out,
me.
and it's not that important to me. It's too hard to get out right now.
I
So
don't know.
well, I mean, it's understandable. That's what happens when you have a kid.
Yeah, no, but I'm excited for this one, man. I don't know why you're not that excited for it. I don't know.
the character's arc
I
is over as far
if
as I'm
anything though,
concerned.
Mike,
But
it should
whatever.
be fun. The movie should be fun.
I'm very excited to
Sure.
see Christian Bale, like his score. I'm very curious to see how it plays out. So I think that's a very interesting character.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, so I'm going to see that. I'm actually going to see Lightyear on Monday.
Oh God.
So really, well, I got taking a 9-year-old to see Lightyear. So
I feel like this movie more than most is just triggers the why does this exist in me
oh,
more
yeah,
than
I'm gonna have to get past that myself. But I know that a 9-year-old, she's not gonna really care about why it exists. She's gonna hopefully enjoy it. But we'll see. I'll talk about it on two. I'll talk about it in the actual episode 600, maybe a little bit. So, but yeah. Let's see. Did you guys know you know what's funny is like there's an Elvis movie coming out.
Hmm.
Um, they're playing that in Dolby Cinema that weekend, which means Jurassic World's not holding this. They're not expecting it to hold those cinemas at all. Yeah, they're playing.
who the fuck's going to see this Elvis movie though? Like our parents.
I'm just
So
like,
like
well, no,
60
because
plus.
no, Amanda wanted
Like
to go see it, and I was like, that's fine. So like, I'm like, well, maybe we'll go. She doesn't like to see many movies, so I was like, we'll go over see it. I'm like, why the fuck is this playing in Dolby Cinema? I don't know.
I don't really expect the Elvis movie to do too much,
I don't think either. I
honestly.
don't think either. But all right, let's get into some news here. We've got a couple things for the movie side of things. A lot of good stuff on gaming too. So check out that podcast for us. I put it on here too, Corey. I'm sorry, Corey. Tony. Castlevania, great Netflix series. If you have not watched this yet, great animated show on Netflix. Castlevania Nocturne has just been announced, which is going to follow Richter Belmont, the child of the main. Well, not direct child, descendant. Sorry, descendant. It's great grandchild. Yeah, um, of the two from the original series. So, um, yeah, it looks awesome. The animation looks great. So the artwork, I'm psyched for it because that show was. I mean, that was a great show, great series. Ended great too. Ended good. Name a show that usually ends well because I'm just like I was expecting the train to come off the tracks and it just never did. They held it, which was great. So I'm pretty psyched for this. Do we have a release
Nice.
date? Yeah, I didn't see one. Yeah, I didn't see one. Yep, I did see that. Cyberpunk was last week as well announced. That's right. A lot of Netflix stuff. A lot of Netflix. Yeah, I mean, would you, Mike just hated it. I was about to ask you guys, would you be interested in joining a real Squid Game, a reality series, guys? That's right. Here it is on Netflix. the Squid Game reality series. Clearly, they won't be killing you during the game.
Clearly,
Clearly.
do they say that?
But it does kind of take away from that, right? That's the whole point of this show, is the high stakes of the show, right?
I mean,
So,
eventually that's what they find out. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, the game is going to pit 456 contestants, which is like the largest reality game show ever created on Netflix or anywhere. And they're going to compete in games, and we're going to see this on Netflix as well. And I think that's coming end of this year.
Capitalize on that popularity while you can. Oh dang, Jim! Look at this.
Oh, hey, yeah, there it is.
I like the hops one. The hops one's the best one.
This one's too dry. I'm like trying not to
Hops
pucker
one's
a little bit.
drier, but it's better. It's less sweet.
Okay. Oh, that's good. So, anyways, that Netflix was that stuff was, I think, all we had for Netflix. Let me see. I think that was it for that. The next part. Oh, I have some Amazon news. The Boys season 4, as I mentioned last week. It's gonna be rough to watch those episodes going forward, but they have renewed The Boys for season 4 already, which I'm not surprised. Like, it's getting watched like crazy. People talk about it. It's got that wow factor in terms of just the gore. I just, it's not for me necessarily. I'm gonna watch the next episode, but I'll probably like skip through a couple of that stuff. I'm like, I just don't care to watch all that. I don't need to see body parts exploding every other scene.
Mm.
So, gratuitous. It's just over the top.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'm just
it
getting old.
hasn't really captured my interest since the first episode.
Like I said, maybe I'm just getting old from it, but I don't know. It's not for me anymore. So, let's see. But I did get a congratulations for season 4 renewal, which we all expected. And then, lastly in the news, we had some early news, possibly, of the Joker 2. We talked about it last week. No, we didn't. It came out right after our podcast ended last week. Being teased by the director, with Joaquin Phoenix rejoining. And I don't even know who's running that department. What's that? Oh, he's running all of DC stuff? He's like the head. He's the Feige?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wasn't that
Well,
Todd
just give it to
Phillips?
whoever. People.
No, they fired him, didn't they?
Well, he's the director. I thought he was the director of Joker, Todd Phillips.
Yeah, I don't think that's that.
Yeah.
Maybe a producer or something, but yeah.
Anyways, so the Joker 2 is coming back for another R-rated sequel. I've heard some weird stuff from this. Lady Gaga is apparently in talks, or it's cast already as Harley Quinn. And now I'm also hearing this could be a musical.
I feel like the second part of that is speculation based on the first part, mostly. I don't know. And also, fun fact: Lady Gaga is not 51. She's actually
I know.
just
She's
a few
36.
months older than me.
36, right?
Maybe I don't even know what. I know she's months older than me, and
She might not even be 36 yet. Yeah.
yeah, she might not.
So, yeah. Listen. All I said it was a weird casting as well, so I followed it up.
Yeah,
I mean,
It is tough. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think that
the Hangover
I'm
guy.
looking forward to what they can do with this movie, but overall, it's questionable. But they did a good
never
job.
saw
I
the
think they did a
first
good job
one.
with the first one, huh?
Never saw the first one.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Like, not
I
fun,
never
but
did either.
yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
I don't care.
Fun.
See it.
That's how you would describe that movie.
I thought it was fun. I don't know why. I just like it was like weird to watch a villain story with no like hero, and it was just different. I don't know. I actually
Yeah.
liked it.
I mean, that's kind of why I was like, I don't really need to watch this. I'm glad like it was well received and a good movie and all, but I didn't feel like I personally needed to see it. Did it? It might have been close. I'm not sure. Definitely was a
I mean, it was
successful movie.
pre-COVID, right? So
Yeah. All right, and that's pretty much it for the movie news, right? I think that's gonna. Yeah.
mm.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna wrap up this episode of the Moviecast. We got a great Gamecast 2 coming up. We have a whole bunch of showcase
Big one.
shows to talk about. Huh?
It's a big one.
Yeah. We'll be covering that shortly, so stay tuned. Those watching on Twitch, we'll be back in just a moment.